You also write in your book about COVID-19 and the vaccines and how initially we were told that reactions were extremely rare. This was a taboo topic for a long time and it still is in many media outlets. Both you and Jackie suffered adverse reactions which were debilitating. It continues to be that way for Jackie. What would you say now about the approach to mandate COVID vaccines?
Well, I don't think there's any justification for a continued mandate, and in particular because having the vaccine does not stop the transmission of the virus. And people now understand the fact that the vaccine is not what we call a sterilising vaccine. It doesn't stop you getting the infection. It doesn't stop you passing that infection on. And that there are people who have suffered injuries from those vaccines and not able to have any further vaccines or boosters. Many people have to live fairly isolated lives. A lot of people still struggling for acknowledgement, looking for treatments and hoping for research to be able to help them with their health journey, which is very difficult for many. I certainly see that at close hand at home, and I also see it in my practice with people who've suffered a variety of different reactions to the vaccine. So I'd very much like to see this acknowledged, and I'd like to see it researched and for us to have effective treatment protocols.
Kerryn, you were actually the first woman of Jewish faith elected to the House of Reps, and you joke in your book about how during your conversion to Judaism, you were asked more than once, you're already part of one persecuted minority group, do you really want to be part of another? But seriously, how saddened are you about the anti-Semitism that we're seeing in Australia now?
Sharri, I didn't realise until some time later that I was the first Jewish woman to be elected to the House of Representatives, and I consider that an honour. And I think it was quite an extraordinary moment in time. But I think when we're looking at events that have transpired since then, the rise in anti-Semitism that we're seeing in Australia at the moment is a great danger to social cohesion, to the way that Australians are able to live in their communities and operate within their communities. And I think that's one of the really very difficult things that we have to deal with here in Australia at the moment in the reaction to what is happening between Israel and Hamas.
Yeah, and it's being reflected globally as well. We've got less than a minute left, but I just want to ask you about Gabby, your daughter who first came into your life when you fostered her and then later adopted her. She's now very high achieving, extraordinary, a testimony to both you and Jackie.
She's a wonderful young woman. I'm proud of all of my children. Gabby is now a lawyer. She's graduated from law school with a very distinguished academic career. She was on the University Senate for a period of time, and I really look forward to seeing where her career goes from here.
All right, Professor Kerryn Phelps, thank you very much. Fascinating memoir, and I'm sure everyone will look forward to reading it. Thanks for your time.